The, the what was it? The comic equivalent of Full House. There you go.
Yeah,
Who's
one more, and we have a Brady Bunch. But
I was
I
thinking that we need that elusive ninth square.
Here, add the extra one. The one that has like no mic, no camera, just to finish off the square.
just there you go.
Not that one.
so we're gonna start off with our pal Russ here because we've been following the Game of Tunes and of course the bloop battles, and we've been getting it wrong this whole time. So Russ, tell everybody what's going on, who you are, all the good stuff. Go for it.
I'm Russ. I'm Game of Tunes. You can find me on Instagram. Right now we're running whoop battles where these little characters fight it out, and the winner gets made into a pin. So yeah, it's fun. Everyone gets to vote, and it's a new round every night.
All right. So so far, us guys have had a tough time nailing this down. I think everybody who we didn't think was gonna win has won.
You guys.
Oh yeah,
You guys.
Now all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I didn't say any of that.
I never said Denji would win. You guys all put Denji up there. I knew that with Ghost Rider, Megatron, and Iron Giant all in that top bracket, there was no guaranteed winners.
I gotta admit, I put him up there because Tony was like, he'll win. I'm like, okay. All right, so how does this look so far? Because I feel like we need to change a bunch of things here now.
I vote Luigi.
But we
well,
do.
Luigi's still in the running.
No one ever suspects Luigi.
Yeah.
Luigi
actually won pretty well.
Luigi's gonna run at you, pass you by, and then stare at you like into your soul.
That's enough to defeat me. I don't know.
So right now the battle is Ghost Rider versus Iron Giant. And when I was looking at it a couple minutes ago, Iron Giant was kicking my Ghost Rider's butt. So.
Yeah, I just checked it. It's 50-50.
Oh, at least we got a fighting chance. Come on, Ghost Rider. Even though I would love the Iron Giant.
Wait, where
you did great last time.
Where can I go vote for Iron Giant?
So you go to the Game of Tunes stories, and the voting is right there in the stories. I'll put it here in the comment section. Hold on. Instagram, Game of Tunes.
Arelis, hola.
So this is what we have right now. Out of what's there, what do you guys feel?
I'm going Luigi.
Yeah, I second that.
Yeah, I'm beginning to get the feeling that Luigi might have a win at this, especially because he's in the movie.
Voiced by the awesome Charlie Day. Oh man.
Like, are we thinking Luigi goes into likely to win or guaranteed win?
Is anything ever really guaranteed?
Exactly.
According to Tony, it was Denji.
Yeah, Tony said it was. I have to admit, he was like, "Oh, of course, Denji's gonna win." I'm like, I don't know about that.
It's a tough one because I thought that Kratos was honestly going to win that battle. I was hoping Kratos. I thought Kratos was going to make it to the finals, but
dude, I gotta admit that's the one that actually Tony called. He was like, "It has to be Wednesday."
I'm salty. My homie Megatron got kicked out.
It was no competition.
Megatron's working his line at Universal. He's too busy right now.
All right, he's tired. It's okay.
And Kratos got that boy. Arelis.
I mean, I think the only other one that really got beaten that bad was Ghost Spider versus the Flash.
The Flash had no chance, man. The Flash had no chance.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
And it's all because of Ezra Miller. Poor Flash.
See, I guarantee you, if it was Grant Gustin, he would have won. But because we got Urza.
Yeah, I gotta admit, and it's not just because my daughter wants Luigi to win. I just like Luigi really did a good job in that fight he did.
Luigi does a great job in everything. I mean, he's a Ghostbuster. He's a plumber.
The thing is, in a fight between Luigi and Ghost Spider, who's winning?
I'm going Luigi all day.
Ghost Rider has to get past this round first.
I'm going Luigi all day, bro. He's gonna look into Ghost Spider's soul because he has his own penance stare that rivals Ghost Rider. Especially when he hits you with that tortoise shell. Ooh.
Oh, so that's what he does. He stares into your soul and distracts you, and then hits you with the tortoise shell. Got it.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. So he's like, "Look at me, I'm so beautiful." All right, so guys, for you guys to be able to jump into the fight here and vote for your favorite, the story link is in the comment section there. Go check it out. Vote for your favorite. This is the beginning of the second fight, right?
Yeah, this the top 8 just started.
Top 8
about 20 minutes ago.
Yep. So this is the beginning of the top 8.
I should go vote right now.
I didn't even know we lost Sebastian.
Leave me a link.
He got hit with the tortoise shell and dropped.
See, that's what he gets for talking about.
He's been playing too much Melee. We've moved to Ultimate.
All right, so
Donkey Kong came out because I picked Luigi.
There you go. This is where it stands right now. Ghost Rider versus Iron Giant is now. You know what the other fights are going to be, Russ?
So I post a new fight every night around 7 or so. As far as like, I don't know if you're able to pull up the post that with the Ghost Spider winner post. I do have the brackets.
All right, cool. Hold on.
Over one.
Well, you keep talking while I do this.
So it should be then. Let me see if I got this from memory. Ghost Rider versus Iron Giant.
Right.
Then it should be Ash versus Teddy.
Correct. Yep.
Then hold on, Ralph, don't show it. It should be Luigi versus Alf and Wednesday versus Ghost Spider.
Yep, you got it.
Can we have them do a dance off?
I want to see a dance off.
Now I'm trying to picture the Iron Giant dancing, and it just broke my brain.
Well, he's dead. He can't dance.
Damn.
He blew up.
Superman.
Right,
yeah.
That is the fight right now. All right, folks, go and vote. Let's have some fun. Let's continue this game of tunes because it's been a blast already. It's taking some unforeseen turns. And I guess the next of this will be decided whether Ghost Rider or Iron Giant wins. Even though I really do feel like Luigi might go all the way.
He can go all the way.
I still think if there's a Spider-Verse trailer, Ghost Spider's going to win this.
I can see that.
That's all dependent on if there's a trailer.
Well,
if not, I think it's going to be Ghost Rider.
Well, there was one like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they come out 2 weeks ago. But right now, the one who's riding high is Super Mario. The movie it was excellent. It's having great word of mouth. People are loving it. So Luigi's getting a boost from that.
All I gotta say is Peaches. Peaches.
Wait, you forgot about Peaches.
Yeah, we're about to talk about it tomorrow night on Nerds. That's gonna be fun. Maybe I'll give my best Peaches rendition when I try to sing it.
Oh no. Now that's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the night too. Thank you.
It's been stuck in my head since I saw the movie. I think I heard it before I saw the movie, so it was even worse.
Yeah.
Peaches. yeah, it's stuck in there. All right, M. Sorcier, go for it. Tell them who you are as our guest host here.
Caught me off guard with that. I thought we were still talking about Peaches.
Peaches.
I love you. Oh yeah. God, I'm sorry.
No, that was a great distraction. All right, gave me a moment to get my composure. I am M. Sorcier. I am a self-taught artist and writer from the Bronx. I am the evil mastermind behind a comic called Sacrimony, A Tale of Love, Life, and Death in no particular order that is currently on Kickstarter right now with 7 days to go. It is the story of a teenage girl who died, but then she got better. And the catch is that she has no memory of her past, she has magical powers, and no idea why she has demon wings that she now has to hide from society.
Sounds fantastic.
Thank you.
Dude, every time you give me the tagline, it just cracks me.
I'm
She got
glad.
better. I just love it. She got better. I'm like, oh, cool.
She did, yeah.
I wish other people would get better from deaths,
Yeah.
And of course, I'm enjoying my book back here. Let me bring it in a little bit so you guys can see it a little better.
Oh, that looks familiar.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know, Ralph. Can you screen in? Can you zoom in more, Ralph? Come on, man.
no,
Bring
man.
it up, bro. Come on, bro. Oh, there we go. It's a show too. Love you, Ralph. There we go. Look at that beautiful cover.
Yep. Who did that? Who made that book?
I don't know, Sophia. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It is the misadventures of Buddy and Friend, and it is the story of two bumbling idiots trying to save the world from a demon invasion and doing a terrible job.
Because they keep rolling one.
Yeah, it basically reads like a D&D campaign where everyone rolls a 1.
You had me at bumbling idiots. That's it. Shut up. Take my money.
Ah, relatable.
All right, Mr. Sebastian, tell them who you are. Our little guest here.
Just a schmuck. Well, anyway. Uh, My name is Sebastian Bonet. I am an artist, self-taught artist, writer. Currently, I am the creator of Concrete Combat, which is releasing on Patreon. Chapter 2, Part 2 drops this week. It is a cyberpunk fantasy world, also inspired by my many exploits into the world of D&D. I play also a D&D character named Kyver in the ongoing podcast called The Medusa's Cascade. I am a lovable character in there. And I am 1/4 of the Nerds Around podcast live every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me, Val, Law, and Tone, we talk about fun pop culture stuff. Sometimes we have a random guest on, and tomorrow we're going to be talking Super Mario. So that is me in a nutshell.
So you're chaotic neutral then, yes? As a
I'm,
lovable character.
I'm, I'm just chaos incarnate.
Perfect.
Yes, he is. He is chaos incarnate. That's why we enjoy him so much at the conventions.
Shh. Can't tell everybody.
Find him at the conventions. You'll see stuff. Ah! All right, Alan. Tell them who you are, what you do, all the good stuff. Let's get this ball rolling.
I hate this because my credentials are way more boring than everybody else's. Like, I just kind of smash my head against a keyboard and hope a comic book comes out, which is how I got. I guess that's how I got started on the two comic series that I'm working on is Pocus Hocus and Grandma Chainsaw, and we're talking about Grandma Chainsaw here today because we currently have a Kickstarter running for it. Yeah, right there it is. Yeah, it ends in 11 days, and
Hey.
it kind of it does what it says on the label, right? It's about a chainsaw wielding grandma, but we promise you there's a lot more than that goes on in the book.
Dude, I gotta admit, like after looking and reading through issue 1, I was like, what the?
So,
Yeah,
so
we do
I
that.
want to ask something, Alan. I mean, it seems like you and me have something for grandmas because in D&D I was going to make an NPC called Mad Abuela,
Okay.
and she was going to beat people with her chancla.
Oh, was she gonna was she skilled with her chancla?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you know Abuela, she hits you with the chancla no matter where you're at. She can like look one way and it just still hit you. That's it.
Yeah,
Like
if Abuela pulls out the chancla, you know that you're a Ghana. I know
Oh,
how
yeah.
it works. Yeah.
I like that. But what hits you with the chancla? You know you're a Ghana.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a fun book. It's kind of our love letter to all the horror movies and stuff that we grew up
Nice.
with. We have Evil Dead inspirations. Obviously, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think we even throw in some Nightmare on Elm Street, some Exorcist references. So we just try to have a blast with it. And obviously, with a title like Grandma Chainsaw, we can't take ourselves too seriously. So it's just a fun book, man. And we hope that you guys want to check it out and jump in on the pure insanity with us. And yeah, we also have a PDF on here for free. It's a free view of the first 8 pages of issue 1 if you're kind of wanting to jump in and kind of curious about what we have going on.
And you
Love
guys
the
should
artwork.
take that up. It's an amazing little book. There's no words for this thing. It just takes your breath away and your head if you let it.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah. So what you're scrolling through right now, it's our variant. It's our main cover, and then now this is one of our variant covers by Kit Wallace. We wanted obviously a heavily manga inspired cover, so we think it's cool. And then we have our action one, kind of a throwback to like a '90s horror movie poster by Ruben Mocho. And then we have our next cover, and this is our Sajjad Shah cover.
Ah,
That is
beautiful.
glorious.
That is
Love
glorious. Dude, this thing just says what the book's about.
Yeah.
This grandma's not giving you candy.
Yeah. And then we have our Geek Collective cover
Damn.
there.
Oh, nice.
So this one is available in metal and hollow foil. We'd like to try to do that with every campaign. We limit it just to 30 of each, just so that way it kind of keeps like a fun, like little collector's item for everybody.
And here's the preview of the book.
Mm-hmm. So we obviously we start off with the Dead Squad because this is we pick right up where issue 2 left off, with our surviving people running into a group of unlikely monster hunters, and we just had so much fun writing this because this is the culture that we're in, right? And it was just it was just a blast.
I gotta admit, I was kind of surprised at these monster hunters.
Yeah, so that was one thing that we strayed away from whenever we were really pitching the book and running the circuit and everything, because we didn't want to give away the ending because people were going to be like, oh, this makes total sense, or oh, this is one of the dumbest things I've ever read. So if you thought of one or the other, then we did our job.
Oh, I'm telling you, when I got to the end and these monster hunters showed up, and then the type of monster hunters that they are, and I was like, what the?
Yeah, yeah. We definitely just wanted to turn our brain off for a little bit and just have a blast making these people. And then, of course, the next page we're about to see here is our title page or our chapter page. She's knitting with human skin, and it says Part 2. And we felt like that was kind of on brand for where we were going with this.
Oh,
thing.
that's clever. I didn't even notice that.
Because
That's
we're
pretty
we're
cool, man.
dark, sick, and twisted.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, hey, no
Love it.
problem.
Also, I love your tagline that evil has a perm.
Yeah, it just kind of makes sense, right? And I like to talk about this too. Oh, look, you can join the Dead Squad if you. I don't know why anyone would want to, but it's a possibility. So you can join. You can be an honorary member of the Dead Squad in this campaign. So
I feel like that doesn't bode well for you.
no, it definitely doesn't. But hey, be a risk taker, right?
Are they equivalent to red shirts? That's all I have to ask.
They're whatever you want them to be.
That doesn't make me feel any safer.
But no, it's one of those things too. Like, we like talking about it. But I was raised by my grandparents, so this was kind of growing up with that of. That huge generational gap too. And we were able to throw that in there with some of the writing, with obviously obeying your manners and trying to be respectful and just how they would see certain instances. So, yeah.
I'm so glad you didn't say, and this is autobiographical, because then I would have to call
so
somebody.
that's actually at the end. So this thing's only going to be 4 issues. So at the 4th page, I give a shout out to my grandmother, and it says, this is autobiographical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so sorry to ruin the ending
okay?
for everybody. Yeah. I'm actually recording live to you guys from hell. So, yeah, I didn't want to give all that away yet because we're not supposed to reveal too much about the book. But yeah, unfortunately, this is what it is.
Dude, this is just a fun ride. Like, you go through the first issue. It's like Evil Dead on crack.
Wow.
Oh, that's a good pull quote right there.
Yeah, we need
Add
to
that
go ahead
onto
and
your
use that.
campaign.
Joey, did you write that
Dude, if
down?
you want, you can use that one. I
I'm
love
writing
that.
it down now.
Yo,
All right, thank you,
if you have me come up to your table and you say it's like Evil Dead on crack, you'd be like, shut up, take my money. Here's my wallet. Take all my
Exactly.
cards.
Should've
Here's
done-
my accounts.
Listen,
Yep.
I thought we were so clever by making Evil has a perm. We just got to use Evil Dead on crack. We just got to be more on the nose, right?
Dude, man, like I'm reading through the first issue and I'm going, what the hell? Who the? And I got to tell you, when you get to the the last part and you're so surprised by the guys, it was like, what?
Yeah, that's again. That was the effect that we hoped that we were going to have, but we didn't know how it's going to be received. But yeah, like I said, we're having a blast writing this thing, and we hope that you guys just have even just a little bit of a blast reading this thing. Then that means we've done our job.
And it's funny because it does have an Evil Dead feel to it, but at the same time, it's not Evil Dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no pun intended. We tried to make it its own beast, right?
Oh, it is. It definitely is. And I can see all the bows to all the bits and pieces that you put into the book.
Mhm.
And it plays well, but at the same time, this is its own entity. Dude, I'm telling you, this is Grandma Chainsaw. There's no other way to describe
Aw. Yeah, I hope that one day we can, that's the thing, right? Everyone wants to have that one thing that they're kind of known for, right? And ours just happened to be like a grandma with a chainsaw. So we'll see what happens.
That
I
would be
gotta admit,
amazing.
this gives Pocus Hocus a run for its money.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, we were kind of scared about it because it was such a departure from Pocus Hocus.
It totally is.
And we didn't know how it was going to be received.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, we just kind of ran with it, and we're just happy with how it turned out.
And of course, you got the tier where you can catch up on all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the big thing that we always try to build our Kickstarters with. We try to make it eligible for new fans and old fans to come in at any point and be able just to pick up at wherever they want. And that's that's always just so important to us to do it that way.
It's important because I find that a lot of companies don't actually do this, and I'm like, dude, why didn't you put your other book in here? I'm like, I didn't think about it.
Yep. Yeah, we definitely have to do that, right? Because we're still growing and we're still learning. And yeah, like I said, this is our second series. We're up to issue 5 on Pocus, and we're rapidly approaching issue 3 of Grandma Chainsaw.
Dude, you got some good stuff going on. Keep up the good work. I was looking forward to this. We love Pocus Hocus, and I have to admit, if you're sitting there, and I can see why you were worried, Pocus Hocus and Grandma Chainsaw, no similarities.
Yeah. Yeah. Pocus Hocus, for those of you first coming into this, it's a Faustian tale. So it's about a magician who sells a soul to a demon to have actual magical powers, and then it's just like a wild ride and a journey through hell, and going through that on his quest to get a soul back. And Grandma Chainsaw is not that. It's very brutal and just in your face with how we want to approach it.
Dude, you do a great job, and Joey, I have to admit, I see you have a hand in here, getting all this out there. Let the people know who you are. Give them your spiel while we're over here talking about Grandma Chainsaw.
So I'm just the guy that gets yelled at by Alan.
Yep.
So he tells me, nope, do it better. So you have to excuse me. I'm kind of getting over sickness, so
Don't worry about
my
it.
voice might go out. But no, I am the founder and CEO of Geek Collective. We started out as a podcast network, and we moved into the world of comic books and Kickstarter, and a lot of that kicked off with Alan and Top Hat Studios, where I gave a lot of input. We had friends and mutual, and then we got together and started building this stuff together, and things kind of just went off, and now we're getting into dipping our toes into the publishing space. So we're doing all kinds of real fun stuff, but with Top Hat Studios, we work with them as their public relations and marketing representatives, and we do all kinds of really great stuff. We also build their campaigns, and we offer all kinds of really great stuff. We have podcasts, we have live streaming, we have comic books that we're doing, and creators that we work with as well. Right now, we are actually working with a team called with Badass Girl, and they are launching their first book, or their first 4-issue arc through Kickstarter as well. And right now, that's what we're doing.
And there you have it. Badass Girls at 1,139. 31 backers, 17 days to go. Then you still need to get to 3,000. So, folks, come on, give them a hand. Help them get to 3,000. You know, it's important.
Yeah. And this story follows a young woman who, after an alien invasion, was orphaned in the wilderness, and she was trained and brought up by the mysterious Ching Shi, and trained in the way of kung fu, and reunites with a friends of a village, and has to kind of rescue them, and she's a reluctant hero kind of a thing, and comes in contact with the local tyrant Rana Valona, and so I don't want to give anything else away, but some awesome, fun, badassery happens, and she has to save the world. So we got all kinds of really great stuff, and we kind of thought, if it works, why not break it? So we kind of use the same kind of thought process here that Top Hat Studios does. We want to give away a free issue. We want everything to be affordable. Right here, you're looking at the Brian Belondo variant cover. Brian
Hey,
Belondo,
I know that guy.
He's the artist for Pocus Hocus and Grandma Chainsaw.
Nice.
So, and he did a cover for us. And then we also have the holofoil available as well in the campaign. We also had a really cool artist do another variant for us, which was Dexter Wee. He works with Immortal Studios. Right now he's doing the interiors for War Lion. Really, really good looking stuff here as well.
I know exactly what War Lion is.
Yeah.
Ralph, you do too.
Yeah, and we wanted to offer a metal trade paperback cover. And what's really fun about this trade paperback is we're going to do a completely full wraparound. So the artwork goes all the way to the back as well. We're offering that. We're offering all kinds of really great stuff. And here the whole issue is, the whole first 4 issues are done and completed. We literally have some ready to, we have some stockpiled, we can go to distribution tomorrow if we had them to print. So I have the first 4 issues here up on my wall already. So it's a really fun story. And once you get to the interior pages there, you'll see that the artwork with Brand Garvey's artwork is so cool. And here's the wraparound.
Ooh,
That's beautiful.
that is beautiful, man. Whew. Here we go.
And these preview pages, man, Brand he's done a really great job taking this this story here and bringing it to life. It's really gorgeous.
Yeah, this looks beautiful.
Very cool stuff. It gets a little gory here in some places. But
Like Grandma Chainsaw gory, or like PG-13 gory?
it's a little bit more PG-13.
Okay.
I mean, maybe a little bit of on the eyes there, because that guy's eyes were popping out of his head. So but yeah, we kind of get this is the first issue, so you're able to actually download the first issue and read it as well, and kind of get yourself into the story a little bit.
That looks really good.
And just like we did with the Grandma Chainsaw, we wanted everything to be very affordable, so you're able to get everything at a really reasonable price.
That's pretty cheap, yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like buying it at a convention.
Yeah. And that's kind of what we're thinking, right? Like me and Alan kind of within the last few campaigns, we kind of finally got hit our niche with these pricing and kind of filling these things out, because when you go through these, you play with the different prices and stuff, and we kind of see what works, what doesn't work. So we kind of wanted to make sure that we had something available for everybody, so because I mean it's your hard-earned money, so you got more bang for your buck, right? And that's kind of where I was going with this, and I think Alan can attest to that as well.
Mhm.
Well, I gotta admit, just the prices alone, usually by now we're in the 60s, and you guys are just getting to the 40s.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can get all kinds of great looking stuff there.
How many tiers do you have total?
I don't like to do about that. I don't think no more than 13. I don't believe.
Yeah, so it's weird, right? Because on the surface, whenever we run these campaigns, it looks like we have a ton of tiers. Because I mean, I guess we do, right? Law of large numbers. But the thing with it is, though, we have everything set up to where it's like an a la carte system. So you get to kind of build your own tier. But yeah, again, we have like 13 tiers. That's because we have stuff that's bundled and then everything individual. So like if you want to get a metal cover, for example, you don't have to buy like, 5 other books with it to get the metal cover. You can just buy it on its own.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, stuff like that. So again, like whenever you're looking at it,
we
it
do
can
it in
look
the
kind of
add-ons
daunting.
afterwards.
Right. Yeah, it can look kind of daunting to see all that, but we really like to give like a plug and play. You can build your own tier.
I don't know about daunting. I actually appreciate the fact that because I feel like some Kickstarters go, okay, this is our Kickstarter, and then they don't show you the tiers. You're like,
yeah,
what?
Like, what am I even backing right now? What's going on?
You're backing my habits.
and it's visual, right? Comic books is a visual medium.
Definitely.
It's half the thing, right? So you want the campaign to kind of pull you in as well. And I think with these 2 campaigns that we're running right now, I think we kind of felt we did that, and each campaign we get that much better at bringing ourselves in, and then along the process we bring everybody else in, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. That's kind of what me and Alan sit back and we're like, well, this looks ugly to me now, let's do something better next time.
Exactly.
It's funny that looking at everything in a retrospect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because at the time we're like high-fiving each other, being like, yeah, this is badass, and then you go back and look at it, you're like, what were we thinking? This was a stupid choice.
Yep, there was a couple things that I was like, man, why did I make that choice?
I have to say, like, I've been liking this because sometimes what happens is you get into the what do you want to pledge with, and it tells you what it is, but at the same time you're like, what am I looking at? And they go, oh, this is the variant 4.4 or whatever, but I have to go back and check out which variant was it I want.
I'm so happy they added the pictures.
The new feature, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's great when you get into variants and it's like variant AA, variant like BA, and you're like, how many variants are there?
And that's one of the things that we liked to kind of keep to a minimum in our campaigns. I mean, except for the last, Pocus Hocus campaign.
Yeah, we were kind of celebrating with that one from where it was our second. It was our second arc, right?
Alan's
so
like,
we were just like, let's go crazy.
He's like, here's another cover. I'm like, dude, are you serious? How many we have?
But not enough, Joey.
Not enough. 17 is.
I feel as long as you're doing this, I don't care because now I know which book I'm buying.
Yeah, exactly. That makes it so much easier. Like, people have been asking Kickstarter for this feature for like years and years, and finally they're like, hey guys, we did it.
That and a duplicate button.
Also, too, I mean,
oh my god, yeah, seriously.
But from what I'm seeing here, like how you guys have your Kickstarters laid out, it's pretty simple to really look through. So you guys really did make it visually friendly for those who are viewing the page, because they've covered a lot of Kickstarters, and I can say I've seen some where it's just like, what am I looking at, dude? Like, where is your stuff? Like, you guys really have it nailed down with the visuals.
And I think everything that everything that you guys see on here too, like we said with the build your own tier, everything's an add-on. So our add-on list is huge too, but that's because we just kind of break down all the tiers that way. So that way, if you just want to get, I don't know, cover A and then metal cover C, you can just do that yourself. You don't have to like back, like the huge tiers and stuff like that.
Right. You don't have to buy like 5 variants just to get one metal cover.
Right.
And one thing that you in these campaigns, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's not a lot of text. There's not a lot of copy.
Right.
and where the copy
because
is.
people get bored.
Yeah, right. And what we did was we used dialogue, we used fonts, right, and we used it within the graphics itself. And I think that was one of the biggest choices that we made this time around that we didn't do last few times was we took out all the written copy completely out, and we just did it within the graphics itself. And we think that a lot of people kind of liked it and they noticed it.
Well, yeah, because when you want something smooth, you want something that's easy to look at. You want to support this thing. So why are you making it so difficult for me to support?
Izzy.
Yeah, and then I don't know if this is important to people. Actually, yeah, you talked about it before. We try to implement a trailer with our stuff because sometimes I don't know if it hurts or helps a campaign having a video or not, but we have one on ours just so we try to make it like just a fun little horror movie vibe to it and just set it up like a trailer for the whole
It
thing.
does. Let me see if I can
Yeah,
actually play that.
I can honestly say like there are trailers that have, like I said, we've covered a few Kickstarters, and there are trailers that can make or break a Kickstarter, because like if you do a trailer and you don't know what you're doing and putting it out
Right.
there and losing your audience in the trailer, they're not going to want to read the page.
Right.
And it's like, some Kickstarters, you just don't need a trailer. Just throw it out there, explain it. If you don't know what you're doing and cut in a trailer, don't do it.
Right.
Because again, that's what's dissuaded me from some Kickstarters. I'm like, I don't know.
Let me see if my computer will agree with us and play this thing. Let's go.
Never does.
I believe in you.
Oh,
it worked. Yay.
I would love to see that as an animation. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
That was
we had a
beautiful.
couple lag spikes,
Wow.
but hey, you guys got the point, right?
Even with the lag, I'm like, what's going to happen?
That just added
I was
some
just about to
suspense
say
in
that.
all
Even
honesty.
with the lag, I was like, damn.
Yeah, hey, we got close, man. But yeah, so we worked with Prevalent Mind Studios. They did a couple of trailers for us for Pocus Hocus, and then they worked on that, and then we have something else coming up with them too, and hopefully it'll be done in time because our next campaign after this is going to be Horus in Hell issue 1. So that is following Pocus Hocus's demon bunny Horus and his journeys through hell.
All
I
right.
mean, I'll be honest. I've seen a lot of trailers, and I'm not saying this because you guys are on the show, but that's actually one of my favorite trailers right now for a Kickstarter. That
Oh,
was really
awesome!
good.
Thank you. You should
That
watch
was-
it without it skipping. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, I have the link right here. Let's go.
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
we're super
that
happy
actually
with
tells
it.
the
Love
story,
it.
shows off your artwork. It does exactly what it needs to do,
Yeah, no,
which is
thank
good
you.
because that's what we want.
That is what we want, right?
Because sometimes you either got somebody talking too long or somebody showing too much stuff.
Yeah, and that's always like, it's hard, right? Because we're also passionate about what we do and our products and the creativity that we bring because, not only are comic books a way for us to express ourselves, they're also very expensive and time consuming. So we also want to try to get that point across too. Like we're putting our financials into this and we're putting ourselves into this, right? And a Kickstarter video like we were talking about before, you got to be careful too, especially when you build your campaign, because if I click on someone's trailer and I see that it's 5.5 minutes, my attention span is not there. I'm so sorry. And if obviously everyone expresses themselves differently, but if your campaign starts off with a 4-paragraph wall of text that's like, when I was a little boy, I've always dreamed of becoming a comic book maker, and we don't see anything about the book until then, I'm sorry, but I'm just scrolling past it. I'm so sorry. I'm a jerk.
No, you're not. There's so many videos. I'm like, I gotta stop right here. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, I don't want to hear from when I inspired you when you brought this hot dog from this vendor on the corner of the street of and then it was such a nice little snowy day, and then I was like, still 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's a fine balancing act, you know what I mean? But and marketing is hard. Campaigning is hard. Everything's hard. Comics are hard, but we love them and we do them because we love them.
Yeah,
the
definite.
I say the best advice I was ever given in comics was one guy told me, you're gonna learn art, you're gonna learn writing, do marketing. Go learn marketing, go learn business.
Mhm.
And another which I want to give a shout out to Mark and Alex from Wayward Raven. Many moons ago, they did a whole convention. It was an outside panel of New York City Comic Con for Creative Aftercon, and a bunch of us was there, eager-eyed, thinking like just sitting there like with our pads, waiting for like the key thing to get into comics. And they said, if you get into comics, don't get in it for the money because you're gonna be broke. It's about your passion, and you guys definitely are putting your passion out there. And again, I want to congratulate you guys on this project, man.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a definite, and that's why we like putting people on here that have this passion. You can see the passion in their projects, and it helps sell the project, and I tell this to people all the time, dude, just put your passion on display. Once the people see your passion, they're gonna go, I want to check that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can obviously tell when something's made out of love rather than something's made for a quick cash grab, right?
That's definite. We've seen a couple of those projects.
Yeah, those are the ones that don't even say like how many pages their comic is, like no graphics or anything.
Yep.
Buy the book, make me some money.
Yep.
Like, donate $15,000 to my campaign. Like, wait, what? You only got $100.
Yeah, right. It's like their first campaign. They want like $15,000.
I was like, you only got 2 days left.
And it's like a 20-page book. Like, yeah. I've seen those.
Oh, I have to admit, I've seen a lot of these projects where, especially sometimes some first timers, where they'll put this ludicrous amount, and I understand that you're actually probably putting the amount you need to make the book happen. There's times you got to figure out, okay, I need to get this funded, and then we'll work on getting to where we need to go. And most of the times we tell people all the time, put a realistic funding goal. Make it something that'll give you a good amount of money, but at the same time get you started, because once you're funded, then everything's about getting extra money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they take that into consideration, though. I think a lot of people come in and they think that just Kickstarter is like instant money because they're seeing how much money everybody else is making, and they're like, oh, I can just put a book up and get like 200 backers and like $8,000, and it's like, no, you really got to work for it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, 100%. Because and that's the thing too. I think that's one thing that I had to teach myself early with Kickstarter and campaigning. Don't look around. You can see what other people are doing. Just focus on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because all of us are so different, and every project is so unique.
And we're all starting from different points too. I mean,
Right.
Some people, they're like, oh, well, I came out of like the film industry or something, and they have like kind of a following already, and then they jump in and they'll do a lot better than I did with my first campaign.
Yeah, and they're like, look, see, it's easy. And you're like, oh, go to hell.
Yeah, I just kind of crawled out of a hole like a little roach and just like put my first campaign on and got like 98 backers, and that was nice. I didn't expect that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And Alan can attest to this one too, is you can have one campaign be like uber successful and the next one be like a fraction of that. So
even for the same series.
Yeah, It's wild, right?
Yeah. Especially for the same series sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen some people who've turned me off on some of their future Kickstarters because they'll get mad because their second campaign didn't do well. I'm like, dude, don't
Mhm.
worry, it's business. Then
Yeah.
the complaints will start. It's like, no, you got it. You learn what you did wrong. You learn what happened, and then you just go out there, you try again.
I feel like this is just becoming like a Kickstarter 101
Yeah,
type
Right.
podcast,
Right.
but it's true though,
How to
because like
market.
there's different obviously there's good times to launch, there's bad times to launch, and they're all unpredictable because it changes every day. And I don't care what anyone says, there is an algorithm, but if everyone's following the same algorithm, then everyone's skewed.
Yep.
And then there's also the factors that some people don't look at, because there's huge buzzwords for Kickstarter, right?
Yeah.
You have, like, if you label your campaign one shot, if you label your campaign finale or trade paperback, you're probably going to make a lot more money, which is wild, right? Because people that do independent books and back them, they want to make sure they're actually going to get a completed story, because I'm sure people have been burned so many times
A big one.
backing a
big buzz.
Kickstarter, and then the book never comes back.
The biggest, best
Yeah.
buzzword is finished,
Yeah.
Yeah.
completed.
We
That's what
just need the money so we can get it into your hands.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's funny because you get a lot of these Kickstarters and a lot of people who are doing things, and I agree with you. I feel like people don't pay attention to the whole thing. They pay attention to an aspect of Kickstarter. Like you need to know what's going on when you're throwing your Kickstarter out there. If you have too many Kickstarters at the same time, your pool is kind of small. People think it's huge, but no, your pool is kind of small. A certain amount of people that they're supporting, and they're probably supporting you and some other Kickstarter and some other thing, and they're gonna go, all right, so who do I support? Who do I not support? Who do I get later? And
Right.
these all things comes into consideration. And I feel like that's why sometimes some people make more, some people make less, depending on when they do it, what's going on. All these factors that I feel like a lot of people don't pay attention to.
Right.
I think also with the newcomers, it's like comic books are kind of like, they're like your baby, and you want to believe that you have like the most beautiful baby ever, and then when you put it out there, and then everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, your baby's so beautiful, but like that's not always the case. Like there are some ugly babies out there, sorry babies, but like if it's your first campaign and it's like it's not really up to the standard that Kickstarter is at right now, because there's so many like super quality comics on Kickstarter now, like you're not gonna get that $15,000.
You also got to know your audience because, like, at the end of the day, it's a lot of people expect, like, I'm gonna throw it out there. So many people, I'm like, but you didn't do the marketing, you didn't do the rounds, you didn't go meet the people, you didn't. I didn't even know your Kickstarter was going on until like the day before your Kickstarter was about to end. What's going on here, buddy?
Oh, my favorite thing is when you're like, who's your target audience, and they're like, everyone. Like, no, that's not what you say. Like,
No.
not everyone is gonna like your book. You have to find like the people who like your book, like target audience, like I don't know, people who like Lord of the Rings or something. Like that's so much more specific.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it's like you gotta find the target audience for Ralph. Not many people are gonna like a guy who's dressing in a Hawaiian shirt who competes. I'm sorry, Ralph. I remember that one time at BurrowCon, you got the Hawaiian shirt, we got the Magnum
What
PI going
time?
on.
I've done it many times.
I
You
love
say
you, man.
that like
I
it's a
missed you.
bad thing.
Exactly.
I miss you, bro.
I got my Magnum PI shirt. I got my Hawaiian shirt.
South Jersey is killing me out here. Nah, I'm not.
Remember, he was Magnum Dong, not Magnum PI.
I forgot about that.
No, but no, but I've had like even so too. A lot of people think that Kickstarter is like again, if you're going out there, you're gonna go do floppies, you're gonna do graphic novels. It is a great way to get funding for it. But there's also other ways too, where it's like if you're not doing great on Kickstarter, you gotta think about the webcomic route. You gotta think about all the other routes because I think it's now at this point in time, it's actually easier to also get stuff out there to people. You just have to know your avenues and research into marketing and how it works. I mean, webtoons, you have Global Comics, which Chris, who we got to talk to over there, started that platform to help people get their stuff out there. You have Patreon, which the Swear exclusively has been posting my stuff and all that. And at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of ways just to get your stuff out there. And then networking with people like shows like these. Go out there, get your stuff, market it.
I gotta admit, like I was just thinking about that, I'm happy you brought it up. Some people go, "Okay, my Kickstarter's out, and I posted a couple of posts. Now I'm gonna wait here, and all the money's gonna come in." And I'm like, "Dude, I didn't even see your post. Do you know that there's an algorithm that works against you when it comes to putting out your Kickstarter post out there?"
Especially with
there's
the
some
link.
people that I know that on my feed, and I don't see their post.
Yeah, I mean, no one's seeing my cat pics anymore.
That is unfortunate.
I don't even have a cat.
Take pictures of other people's cats.
Yeah, they'll
That's
never
Fine,
know.
nobody will know.
There we go. Creepy Puerto Rican taking pictures of people's cats here on live on Instagram.
You know what? I'm here for that.
Oh my
So
God.
Joey, I know the reason you're doing this is because of half the stuff we're saying. There's a lot of people out there,
Mhm.
and I have to admit, like one of the things that you guys are doing that's right as well is the fact that you guys are a team, and it is so much easier to get a Kickstarter working if you have a team of people working with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And what's amazing is I was fortunate enough to be a part of Alan's team because those guys coming together, it's just so easy to work with. And I work with multiple teams and they're all great in different aspects of the different things that they do, right? But there's just I don't know, it's just weird sometimes when there's just something unique about the Top Hat Studios guys that just every time that they just there's just something that just fits when you ask them and you need some things, and I think it's more because each of them has an absolute passion for everything that they put out there into the world. And I'm not saying that not all the creative teams that I work with don't, right? I'm sure they all do, but it's just there's just I don't know, maybe I'm just praising Alan too much because
Yeah, definitely.
he sent me just $400 just now, and I just had to say that.
Alan, I was gonna say though, because I feel like unlike certain people, I feel like you know your book, you know your properties, you know exactly what they are, who they should be. Like Sorcier was saying, sometimes people don't know where their book should go, who they're going for. I feel like you know exactly who you're selling your book to.
Yeah, just a bunch of weirdos like us, right?
There
Yeah,
you
Love
go.
it.
There's your target audience.
yeah, man.
How's it
Just
going?
and that was the thing. Like that was kind of what we set out to do early on. We just want to tell the wacky, wild, and stupid stories that we want to tell, but do it in a creative, unexpected way. Like you were talking about earlier, like. And we've got this from everybody, and we were so happy. But it was the ending for Grandma Chainsaw 1 because no one saw it coming, and we were like, okay, cool, we did our job there. And then each issue as it progresses, like we promise you guys won't see the ending coming. And it's completely I had to filter myself. It's crazy. Yeah, it's I'm just excited just to get it out there. And again, the reception that we've received from people that have done reviews or have read the books and given us a chance, because I think that's the hardest part for all of us, right?
We're not gonna say aliens, but
Yeah.
aliens.
Yeah, so like that is the hardest part though, is getting people to read it. Because it's I think all of us can attest to this. Once people actually like really give your work a chance,
Mhm.
they can tell the passion behind it and they can tell the love that's in it, and then that's when they're sold. That's when they're bought in. But it's hard to convey that though through text and when we're trying to pitch a book about an elderly lady with a chainsaw. So
I mean,
it is a passion project for what it is, though. You know?
Pitches
even though
itself,
some of those small ones, those pitches are great, there's some pitches that he does. Like I pitched one the other day, and all it was just no. I said, no. It was, I'm gonna tell you guys, pregnant ninja, and he said no.
Oh dear.
Yeah. See, thank you.
I don't know, man. Some people are upset with pregnant Spider Woman. So
I'm gonna make it happen.
Godspeed, Joey. Godspeed.
No,
I'm just.
I
Gonna
mean,
No.
you get some inspiration from a Lone Wolf and Cub, and there you go. That's it.
There you go.
no.
Listen, it happened when my wife was pregnant, and like she went to go,
and she
kick
was a
me.
ninja for her
She
side.
went to go kick me, and like and I was like, whoa, her leg went up pretty high there.
Jose, I'm just gonna have to hit you with a chancla to maybe like knock that idea out of your head.
This is
It's
what we
going to
call
happen.
like Dojin fetishes. This isn't what you're supposed to
No,
put.
okay, no,
this
yeah,
is
no,
supposed to
no,
be
that's
what you
getting
do
creepy
under
now.
the counter.
Okay, cool. Hey, you're on to something now. All right, Joey, new erotic. I got an idea.
Oh,
New
wait.
erotica title: Toe
Please, no.
Ninja.
Okay, now it's
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
happen.
Well, guys, it's been
Now it's-
fun.
Yeah,
Now it's out of my head. It's out of my head.
That's where you can find an audience.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay, hang
it's a
on.
pretty
Okay.
big tag. I'll tell you that. It's a
All right,
very big
guys,
tag.
do we like Toe Ninja or Foot Ninja better? I'm writing this down now and getting an artist put on.
Lip Ninja.
Okay, there we go.
No.
See, Joey, look what you've done. This is your idea's good now, Joey.
This is
I take it all
the
back.
wrong. I workshopped the wrong thing in the wrong.
If you
group.
want, I have some resources you can use.
Uh-oh.
I have a couple of dojins just about this. If you want to dive in.
I'm
Oh
scared.
God, rabbit hole.
Stop. What did I do?
Oh,
But
yeah,
anyway, Grandma Chainsaw, we got
Grandma.
like 10 days left on the campaign, so if you guys want to back it, go for it.
I'm sorry, Alan.
Good
I'll never
segue.
do that again.
I mean, I'm trying to back it, but my wallet's over there, so you're gonna get that. I mean,
I
again,
get it.
you had me at the trailer, and you had me at it's
Well,
like Evil Dead on crack.
It is.
Yeah, again, I should
Sold.
just use that as a
Dude,
quote.
I'm going through the book and I'm sitting there and I'm remembering, and this is good for you guys because I'm remembering my favorite part of Evil Dead 2, which is the hand scene.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm remembering as I'm reading this book, because that's what it kind of reminds me of, because you have that humor in there, you have that, and everybody always gets on me because I love my favorite horror movie is Evil Dead 2, because
Yeah, so
that
that's actually
is
that's what my
hilarious.
tattoo is.
So
look at
what's
that.
funny?
So I got an Evil Dead tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Love
what's
it.
funny is I play a warlock in D&D. I play another character named Bob. He is a warforged, and he has this ability to change himself. And one of the things I did is that he makes himself look like Bruce Campbell.
Okay, I love
So
that.
I'm walking around, and then I talk to people, say hello to my boomstick whenever I'm using them. So it just makes for hilarity. Yes, that's the chaos that is me. Anyway,
Yes, for geeks.
How could you tell?
Nathan, stop.
But listen, all I'm gonna say, 431134.
No, stop.
All you need. That's all you need.
And so
See, half of them don't even know what that means.
Well, I figured it was one of those
Well, I
things like
know
if
what
you
it
have,
means.
if you have to ask, you can't afford it. So I just didn't. Even
Oh,
want to-
No. He's given numbers of yes, that's the don't look at this on the bus type of website.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I was gonna say was that I feel like you understand your audience as well, just like Alan does, because when you sold your book, the one up here, and I have to admit, you sold it to me really well. The whole idea of it's a book about what happens when you roll one, that just sold it to me. Because I was like, as a D&D player, we've had those campaigns where everything goes wrong.
Yeah, I remember my bestie constantly rolling a 1 and hitting me with a chromatic orb 3 times in a row, and like almost killing my character. And I'm like, yep, these vibes are going into this comic.
Oh my God, yeah, and I feel like that one of the things that we do need to know is we need to know our audiences. We need to know who else is going to enjoy this besides ourselves, because we're our best audience as it is. But we need to know who else is going to enjoy this. Why are they going to enjoy this? And I feel like, Alan, you don't dumb it down. You don't.
I don't know about that, man.
It's because
You're
it
giving me
starts that way.
way more credit than what I deserve with that one.
No, but a Faustinian story, dude. I sat there and I said, "Damn, that's guts, man." Because I could swear the audience would be like, "Faustinian, what the hell is Faust?"
Listen, I mean, I'm gonna be real. You guys got one of my favorite stories. You got a grandma with chainsaw that's right up there with the zombie Moby Dick Kickstarter too that I got some back. So it's right there. I love it. I love these concepts and these stories I'm hearing. I'm like, yes, I can't wait to read it. Let me get my grubby hands on it.
So there you have it, Alan. You have a lot of fans.
No, thank you guys. I appreciate it. We all seriousness. No, I always want to say thank you to everybody because, we can all attest to this because it's kind of wild whenever you have people supporting your hobby, and that's how that's where you really see the love, right? Because whenever we launched our first campaign, which was Pocus Hocus #1, it was crazy because it did okay. And we saw a lot of names on there that we knew, right? Like friends, family, oh, how cute, Alan's making a comic book, right? One of those deals, right? And then it's kind of cool whenever you finally break from that and you release your second issue, and then you're being seen in a different light and taken more seriously through other creators. So then we saw names that we've never seen before, and that's like such a good feeling, right? Like that's the feeling where you know that you're finally making an impact and actually getting your foot in the door a little bit.
That actually goes back to what was being said before when people were complaining about, like, oh, my first campaign did so well and my second campaign didn't do those kinds of
Yeah.
numbers. But it's because, like, it's your first book, your friends and family are going to come out and support it. But then, when the second one comes out, they're like, oh, I already gave you money. Like, you don't need this anymore.
Yeah.
Because they're not fans. They were just doing it, like, to support you in the beginning. But then, like, once they drop off by, like, the second issue, then it's like you're kind of on your own.
Yeah,
But
And
that's the
it's
key, though,
not
right?
a bad thing. It's just that, like, you
It's
finally
enduring.
know, like, where you really stand and, like, what you have to do from there.
But that's key, right? Though, right? You want to create that. And if we were talking about creating creating your community, right? You want to create a community who's going to back you like your family would, right? And that's one of the biggest things that me and Alan are always talking about is the way you do that is how would you do it? It's you call grandma when you really don't want to, right? Or you go see a friend that that made a really bad joke about pregnant ninja, and then you go but you still just love them, right? And that's what you do. You create this community who backs you up no matter what.
Joey, I got a new thing for you for Pregnant Ninja.
No, please don't send them.
Send him everything.
Add more numbers if you need
controls
them.
the mother
You
like
got
a
the numbers.
Megazord. It's the baby doing all the fighting,
That one is
controlling the
officially
mother.
dead.
I
Oh, so
have
it's
the
like
dojo
it
for
in
that
a
one too.
Ratatouille
I have the
type
numbers for
situation.
that specific one too, Sebastian.
Nathan,
Oh God.
I
No,
agree,
no,
folks, here. It sounds like Ratatouille.
God,
No,
it
but
reminds me of a meme I saw forever ago, and it just said, if two pregnant women fight, is it considered a mech battle?
I
Yes.
saw that one, and
Yeah.
and it had me thinking.
as long as the Power Rangers music hits right there, go Power Rangers.
Hey, speaking of that, I'm going to be doing a show on the coming up
About
this week.
what,
We're gonna be
Joey?
doing we got that Power Rangers coming out, right? Then the
Oh, you
once
do?
and always. So me and a couple of friends from Geek Freaks are going to be doing a live rewatch, and we're going to discuss the whole show, the
Cool.
first episode. So, and it drops on the 19th, I think. So and then we're going to do it on the weekend. So stay tuned. Check our local social media listings. It's gonna be fun.
That's what the geek is doing over here. The nerd of the round is doing a review of the Mario movie.
Oh
That's
yeah,
my
we're doing
going.
tomorrow at 9 p.m. We're gonna have Sam Vera from from Catch the Craze on. We're gonna talk about his Kickstarter. There's an alien in my toilet. Talk about his time in Puerto Rico, and we're gonna be talking about Mario.
That's gonna be a lot of fun. So I see we're at the top of
Peaches.
the hour here. Alan, and we'll start with Alan. Do all of the places they can find you. We know the Kickstarter, but hit them with everything else.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously Kickstarter, like we said, and then you can find me on Twitter, and that's at Chaps of Fury. And honestly, the best way to stay in touch with us is follow us on our newsletter, and that is thetophatstudios.substack.com, or just follow us on Kickstarter, so that way you can be notified about all the wild and crazy projects that we have currently going on, and some that are coming up.
All right, Joey, your turn.
Well, you can find me right here, geekcollective.net. If you guys are wanting to launch a Kickstarter, or if you need some help with your Kickstarter that's already, all that good stuff, hit us up. If you want to be podcaster, all that stuff, hit geekcollective.net. You can find us also on Kickstarter. Follow us there. We have Badass Girl dropping this month. We also coming up in, I believe, in June-ish, I want to say, we're going to be doing another Kickstarter with the Black Cotton team attached. We have Damian Becton writing the story. We have Francisco Zamora Jr. doing it as well. The book is called Remember, and that's going to be dropping through Kickstarter in sometime in June. So you guys are going to want to definitely stick around for that one. I'm going to be doing a little bit of more stuff on that one. I'm going to be taking over some design duties on some of those things, if everything works out. So we're going to be doing a lot of really great stuff with those guys. So much more things coming up with Top Hat Studios. We got the Horse in Hell campaign coming up next, and after that we're going to be doing a couple of things. Are we going back to Grandma Chainsaw after that, Alan?
We're trying to decide if we're going to do Pocus 6 or Grandma 3.
Okay.
So we're kind of tossing that up right now because it's that thing where you're starting to get the itch because Grandma Chainsaw is only going to be 4 issues, and we're halfway through it, right? So we want to go and get the trade paperback out, get the end of the story out, and then we can keep going with Pocus from where it's an ongoing series.
But what's awesome, if you guys aren't noticing what Top Hat Studios doing, they have Pocus Hocus, right, and then they have Grandma Chainsaw. That one's going to be finishing very soon, as they're doing on the second one. They have Horse in Hell coming out, right? So that that one's going to taper off as well. After that, we have another one slated that's going to be being written very soon.
And another
you
one.
want to drop the name on them, Ellen?
Oh, what, Deacon Dan's famous chili?
Deacon Dan's famous chili.
Yeah.
So that one's in the pipeline as well.
Yeah, it's
Can we get like a short summary of it?
Yeah, so it's about a church deacon named Dan, who has he's won the church chili cook-off every year for 13 years, and he's got a secret ingredient that we all come to find out what it is.
Oh God!
Yeah.
So
shut up and take my money.
Keep an eye out for all kinds of more
gonna be
deranged
disgusting.
stories from Top Hat Studios.
Yep.
I
You hear
love
that,
it.
Jay? They're after us.
I feel like Alan just wants us to keep giving him money.
Yeah.
That's why I just said, Jay. I'm warning Jay whenever he watches this that they're after us.
Oh man! All right, Sorcier, go ahead. Lay down the beat down. Go ahead.
Oh man. Well, I've got a Kickstarter going on for Sacrimony, A Tale of Love, Life, and Death, in no particular order, and that's sacrimony.com/Kickstarter. We got 7 days left to go. We've got $50 to go until we reveal what the next stretch goal is going to be. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mattasorcier. That's MATTASORCIER.
Yes, folks. Sorcier does some great stuff. Go check it out. Beautiful fantasy stuff here. Believe me, I bought her book back here, and I just love it. And do yourself a favor and pick it up.
Yes, it is. It is pretty. It is sad. It will make you feel all the feels. It will make you recoil in horror. It'll make you laugh. Like, it's just good stuff. I promise you. Like, if you like Saga, but you wish that it was in a fantasy setting and the parents hated each other, like, go for it.
Son of Satan is saying, spoiler: his secret ingredient is innocence.
Yeah.
So children.
Now we got to go back to the drawing board. This sucks.
Babies.
Children of the chili.
Oh God, I hate that. We got to start over.
Real
now.
baby back ribs in there.
Yeah, I think we're yeah, right. I think it's one of those things too. It's like finding your niche, right? And I think that we don't intend to do it this way, but it seems like we really stick with like the dark humor horror type thing. So whatever. Yeah.
Stay true to who you are.
No,
Exactly.
right? Don't ever change, butterfly.
Boom, baby. All right, Sebastian, go for it.
Who, me? Okay. Oh, you can find all my social medias at sebastianbonet.com. That's where you can find my social medias for my Twitter, Patreon, and everything. On Patreon at patreon.com/Bonet Studios. The comic that I'm releasing is Concrete Combat exclusively right now on Patreon. The first issue is actually going to be in the anthology We Suck at Comics by Wayward Raven, which is in print. Concrete Combat Chapter 2 Part 2 drops this week, lettered by the awesome George Medina, creator of Wonder Duck. You can find me on the Nerds It Around podcast. The Nerds It Around podcast, we go on live every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the group of the Nerds with Lou Seif, who opened up in New York City. He is the creator of the Nerds theme song. So we had a great time out there. And yeah, just go to sebastianbonet.com, find all my social medias, plus a preview of the first few pages of Concrete Combat. That is it. Marketing done.
Excellent.
Dude. Excellent as always. We love the nerds of the round here. You guys are always a bunch of fun.
You're just saying
Russ.
that because I'm here.
Russ, go for it.
All right, so you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Game of Tunes. Right now, if you head over to Instagram, I've got Loop Battle Season 5 going on. You can hop on, go into the stories, and vote for your favorite characters. After everything's all said and done, winner gets made into a pin.
There you go, folks. Make sure you go check it out. These Loop battles are getting heated, and it's going to be interesting to see which way everything goes this time. All right, Nat and Jordan, anything else to add here?
You know it's best to make him go first right now.
He pointed to himself.
I vote Nathan.
Yeah. See?
You sure? You sure about that?
Yeah.
All right. 418365.
No.
I knew it.
There you go.
Gee.
He
There
broke
we go.
the internet. There you go.
There you go. I broke the internet. Oh my God.
All right. There's too many Kickstarters to name, damn it. So
Well, at least you got helped. There's two of them right here.
I know. So yep, go back this book.
We can't see the book.
Yeah, you can't. Look at that.
There you go.
That's our number one.
I know. So yes, go back Grandma Chainsaw, go back Badass Girl, go back Murder Bukkake, go back. Oh jeez. Gaslighters, go in the future back Right or Wrong second edition.
Yeah.
Too many.
Go on
it's
to
an
the source
interesting one.
point.
Brian Belando's art book.
I'm not sure if you're ready for that, Angel.
Son of Satan says, Sebastian, what's your OnlyFans again?
It's called clappingangelscheeks.com.
Bonita Sebastiana.
No, it's called clappingangelscheeks.com.
Beautiful.
I love Angel. Angel, shout out to you, brother, too, man. Extended family to you and everything. I know he had the addition to his family, the little munchkin. So a lot of love to you, brother. Miss you too, man.
My favorite OnlyFans is the Rabbit Shadows.
Oh, Shadow Rabbit. Of course, we can't have a show without talking about Shadow Rabbit.
Even though we never hardly bring him up.
We always bring Shadow Rabbit up.
We bring up Floof more than we bring.
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm always talking about the Shadow Man himself and his amazing work with his beautiful clay figures. All the stuff that he puts together. He makes dreams into reality. Go check out Mr. Shadow Rabbit himself and his amazing work that he does, all from his beautiful little hands.
Dude, sculpting is so hard because it's like when you're working on the back, then you mess up the front, and then you go to fix the front, and then you mess up the back. And it's just a terrible time all around. So props to him.
Dude, yeah, Shadow does amazing work. He does a bunch of stuff. Go check him out. He's always getting really creative, as you can see here with the Shadowmare logo, and the fact that he actually put lights into it.
Yep.
Just wait till you find out his favorite numbers.
I knew you were going to say something with the numbers again. There goes the lights.
None of you guys are going to read them. I know that.
I forgot them ages ago.
I guess if I have anything left, if you don't have a local comic shop, or if you live in Tennessee, Nirvana Comics in Knoxville, Tennessee. They have a thing through League of Comic Geeks' app if you want comics. And shout out to Triangle of Truth. So.
And you have it, folks. I think that's everything. I am so happy you all joined us. This has been an interesting conversation about Kickstarter and all the plethora of things that you need to know to get your own Kickstarter going. I hope you've all taken notes out there, kids, because there'll be a test on Wednesday.
Gosh.
With that, we'll do what we do here on Bitten Apple, which is I press the button and stuff happens. Not like what usually happens.
All right, so like another great number, 371144. Like, yeah, if you really want this stuff, that's good. That one that you get out of story. Jordan, what's your favorite number?
Don't worry. Talking to you.
Don't worry about it. Jordan's there. Jordan's
I heard it well enough.
Come on, what's your favorite number?
None of that.
Who has a favorite?
All I know is this thing is going really slow. All right, folks.
It always is.
Bitten Apple and all the crazy stuff in here always happens. Adios, amigos.
Of course.